Have you ever forgotten where you left your phone or your wallet or your keys? Or have you forgotten to pick up one of your kids from school? Or have you forgotten your spouse's birthday? Whoops. At times we can get distracted and lose track. But you know what we're rarely distracted from? Eating. Interestingly, we don't usually forget to eat. Rarely does our busyness crowd out that craving that comes to us at least 3 times a day. But what about our hunger for God? Do you have spiritual cravings that drive you back to Him regularly? Do these cravings feel constant, or do they feel like a distant memory sometime? Jesus Christ is the most important need that we have. However, the pressures of life can quickly cause our hunger for God to drift to the background. And when our spiritual hunger is ignored, it begins to get a little dull and it can be forgotten completely. But truly, when we take time to fast and we direct those cravings towards God, it increases our hunger for Him. Jesus said in John 6:35, He said, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never be hungry again. Whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. By increasing your hunger for physical food, you can more easily become aware of your true spiritual hunger. You need to remain connected to the author of life by feasting on Him. So, church, I ask that you continue to pray as a body. Our connection for life and our connection together comes from our hunger for God. I can't do that for you. You need to do that for yourself. But when we do this together and we seek God's face and continue to intercede, we can feast on the bread of life. Let's continue to do this, church, in this week of prayer and fasting. And we will gather together this Sunday at 7:30 in the evening to pray together and listen to God. Our prayer guide is on social media. It's also on our website. And if you have something that God speaks to you, a word, picture, verse, or thought, please email it to us at prayer@efreelethbridge.ca. Now, I also want to update you on something else. Where are we at in our search process? Now, most of you know we've been looking since summer to add 2 people to our staff, a minister of community engagement and an executive pastor. Now, I was able to communicate to the board just last night that we've narrowed down our search to 1 preferred candidate for each of those roles. And we are going to have them come and interview with us on site here in the month of November. Now, the candidate for Minister of Community Engagement will be known to many of you. Her name is Monica Lowen, and she's been part of our church for years, and we look forward to seeing where God is directing us in this role, if it's for her and if it's for us. But we're excited about that. And then also the candidate for executive pastor is from Grand Prairie. He's been doing a dual role of running a construction company and also doing an interim pastoral role for many churches over the last 15 years. Todd DeHaan and his wife Colleen are going to come down here for an in-person meeting in November. So church, continue to pray and continue tuning in for more information. Love you, church. See you next week.